Yes, sir. We back. I even know when we started, but we here. Once again, we're back. Shout out to the intro video. Shout out to my boy Neil, man. You already know it's MoSports TV. Matt, make sure you send that that link over to me. I gotta get people on the line. We got some call-ins going. It is September 19th. Week 2 recap. Week 3 preview. We here and it's lit. You already know I'm with the gang, Matt Chief, Big Ed, and myself, MoSports. What's good, everybody? What's happening? We're going to send that link over. We're going to get everybody in here. The intro's going crazy.
I mean, got some chat to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to have to step to that podium real soon. That's for fucking sure. Because shit is real wicked over here.
Yes, sir. Yes,
shit
sir.
is real wicked.
All right, we got some special guests coming in.
Yes.
We're loading them up. Don't even sweat. Thank you guys for messing with the intro. We appreciate all the love. Obviously, shout out, like Simo said, to Neil for doing that. The boys are taking it up a notch for this NFL season. What can we say? Right?
What can you say? What's
we
good?
are here. If your team caught a dub this week, let us know in the comments. There's, I think, 8 teams that are still 2-0. Also, let us know your guys' biggest fantasy pickups this week, because I know I'm picking up Jerome Ford in a couple leagues. That's all I'm going to say. Jerome Ford, maybe a little Matt Breida action. So I got eyes on some free agents right now.
Let's talk about Jerome Ford, and let's talk about the game that happened last night. The Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Browns. Very controversial hit on Nick Chubb.
Patrick, you're a fucking scumbag.
That was Minka Fitzpatrick, correct?
Yeah.
Scumbag.
I don't know. Was it dirty? Was it
Chat,
dirty?
can you voice your opinion, please, in the chat? Was it dirty or was it not dirty? Me personally, I didn't like the hit. I don't know if he maliciously tried to fuck his knee up. What?
It was a dirty hit.
I didn't like the hit. I didn't like it. I can't lie.
I think it came at a really bad time, too, because Nick Chubb was full extension with his leg. One guy hit him high, one guy hit him low. I don't know. For me, it was just a perfect storm of a tackle. I really don't know what else you could have. I don't know.
You didn't have to do that, bro.
You don't. It's such a tough play because
Isn't he a safety?
it's
He's
part
safety,
of the
right?
game.
The fucking safety.
Minka? Yeah, Minka's a safety.
Minka's a safety.
Aim
Bro,
for the
you're
thigh.
big as hell.
Yeah, no, I get. Okay, that's fair. That's a good point.
Yeah, aim
It
for
was
the
a
thigh,
knee.
though.
It was straight knee high hit, and that I can kind of get. I can get your angle on that one. We got Corey in here. You want to bring him on?
All right. Our first guest we're going to bring in. He is the owner, founder, and CEO of the My Movies app. We stream on the My Movies app, by the way, has over 1 million viewers. This guy's a great guy. He's awesome. He's all about getting a new platform out there where people can talk and be free.
Let's give him a full voice.
He gives everybody a voice, especially people like us, like MoSports. You know, we're lit. We talk mad shit. Some apps ain't fucking with us because of it. But My Movies is fucking with us. And let's bring him in, Corey 2 Sec. What's going on, brother?
How you guys doing?
How you doing, Corey?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good. I busted out my old Super Bowl 40 champ shirt, if you can see that. It's a Pittsburgh uniform. There's like 60% of like the planes that come into Pittsburgh International. I'm pretty sure somebody's wearing this exact shirt. So
That's
Gotta
dope.
represent, man.
Yeah.
Gotta represent.
I like that. So I'm guessing you're a Steelers fan then.
hell yeah.
So what's your thoughts on last night's game? Can you break it down for us? Tell me what you like and what you didn't like about it.
Well, first of all, I didn't like seeing Nick Chubb go down because as much as I hate the Browns, he's a great player, and I hate seeing that. But yeah, the last night was a weird game. Like, I don't know if you guys got to catch the whole game, but halftime was at like 10. You know, and like the first
dragged out, especially considering. You thought with 2 younger quarterbacks, right? I'm still saying Deshaun Watson's a young quarterback, that this was going to be, a lot of flight going on. Is he not? Is still a young quarterback?
No.
He's like 26, right?
No, that's not young no more.
All right.
yeah, not in the NFL stand.
Yeah, I guess. But I thought there was going to be a lot more action going on. It felt like a lot of lulls, a lot of commercials, a lot of FanDuel commercials getting shoved at us. So I don't know.
Yeah, it was. I mean, the play that summed up that game was the Gunnar Olszewski fumble, and then the Browns pick it up and fumble it again, and like 5 different people try to get it, and then it hits Najee Harris in the face and goes out of bounds, and it was an ugly game. But I mean, this has been the talk of Pittsburgh sports today, has been that Matt Canada has got to go.
So one thing I definitely saw Mike Tomlin being like, hey, I want our fans to be like this. I want our fans to be spoiled. He said fat, spoiled, and lazy. You know what I'm saying? But like, I get what Tomlin's saying. Like, hey, like, I understand your frustrations, and we're not going to back down from that challenge. You know, I like that from Tomlin. I feel like that was a super veteran move. As far as firing Matt Canada, I don't know yet. Kenny Pickett,
I mean, I don't know if you can do it
mid-season as well.
I don't know if you can do it mid-season. You know what I mean? Like firing an offensive coordinator. I can't really remember the last time a team did that, unless they were cleaning house and get rid of all the coaches.
I mean, especially before week 4 or 5. Like, I feel like the earliest we've seen somebody get fired is week 6 or 7. I mean, it's still only week 2 into the season, and you got people pushing the red button. So I don't know. That doesn't make much sense to me. But I do want to ask you, Corey, because I am very, very skeptical on your running back over there, Najee Harris. What are your thoughts on him? Is he an issue in this offense?
I don't really think he is. Believe me, my Yinzer, that's what Pittsburghers call each other. Instead of y'all, we say Yins. But my Yinzer hat was on, and I'm sitting there like, put in Jalen Warren, Najee's bum. Why'd we pick him in the first round? But I honestly, this is where everybody's like, oh, Canada's the problem. And yeah, Kenny Pickett missed some throws, and Najee is, not doing anything. But if you watch, and I'm going to actually sit down with the All-22 and break it down, and I might videotape it, because I'm just like, and I'm not an NFL expert at all, by the way. Like, I played hockey in college. That's what I did. But I watch it, and the defense know what Matt Canada's running. Like, it is so telegraphed. So, like, you watch some of those runs from Najee, everybody's bagging on him, but he was getting lit up in the backfield, and if you saw some of the end zone, camera, like all the whole box, which, by the way, there were 10 people in the box at one point. You could see 10 people on the defense in the camera before the snap. And you're like, well, maybe they should try a deep ball. But you could see all 10 just collapse, like right onto the play, and there's nothing you could do. So I think Najee, if we can get it, it's just, I hate to be the guy like blame the coach, but if you don't have a coach drawing up a scheme that's getting people open, then I don't know if Najee stands a chance. I was watching the Sunday night game with Miami, and like, oh my God, I'm just salivating. Like, oh, wouldn't that be great if we had somebody that drew up plays where our guys got open? There was some misdirection,
Especially because the Steelers realistically do have some pieces over there that they could, like George Pickens, to me, can be a wide receiver 1 in the NFL very easily. Even we saw last night, his flashes are spectacular. He has a ton of talent. It's just about putting these guys in the best position to succeed. And I feel like Canada, I don't know if he's doing that.
No, I mean, George Pickens has the opportunity to be one of the best receivers in the league. He's a surreal athlete. And then, our tight end that we picked in the 3rd round out of Georgia, we need to get him the ball because we haven't even thrown him I can't remember if he's even had a pass thrown his way, but he's
out here getting cardio and running routes.
Exactly. I mean,
Deontay's hurt again, correct?
Yep. Deontay's hurt. So I mean, it's an uphill battle personnel wise, but to me, it's the coaching. It's, you got to put the players in a position to succeed. I think that's why Kenny's struggling, frankly, not making an excuse for him. But the plays are so overwhelmed by the defense. Every play, the routes are overwhelmed. It's like everywhere he looks, people are getting sucked up and eaten alive. And it's because, they showed a replay on in week 1 against San Francisco on like the 10-yard line. Matt Canada ran 3 verts on the left-hand side, like 3 verts into the end zone. Like, what the hell? Like,
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. He's a bum. But and Myles Garrett, by the way, I mean, I can't believe Pro Football Focus or whatever that PFF is. They graded him higher than TJ Watt last night.
PFF, I really don't.
They're garbage. Right?
I don't really like PFF because it's just a bunch of made up statisticians just putting random numbers together and being like, hey, according to this number, that number, that number, that number, that number combined, this is the best player.
Yeah.
And like ESPN co-signs the shit, and I'm like, look, that's not real. Like, all right, I believe in statistics. I'm more of an eye test guy, but like this, you know what statistics matter. You know what I'm saying? PFF to me is like, man, they have some wonky shit going on over there.
I enjoy PFF when it pushes my agenda. Like that.
Right.
If anybody saw my Facebook post of Daniel Jones, you saw that was a PFF grade. And that is the only time I'm going to support PFF for their support in the G-Men. So that's really it. Other than that, they are definitely garbage. I'm not rocking with their stats as a proper form of analysis in the sport. So I don't know. We got a Steelers 1-1 comment, and we go into the chip. Well, Corey, are you that confident in your Steelers? Can I get a season outlook maybe on what your hopes are?
You're talking to a guy who definitely laid $50 on them to win the Super Bowl before the season started, because that preseason had us all thinking that it was going to happen. If I'm being honest, I think what we're looking at is a team that comes into its own through the season, and then maybe wins a playoff game. And then next year is when we have our first legitimate chance, because they're going to fire Matt Canada, no doubt about it, and get his ass out of there. But I do think, now that being said, Kenny is incredibly accurate. He's been missing throws. Something's been off with him, and there's many different reasons as why that could be happening. But I've been saying since they picked him, he went to Pitt. Obviously, I graduated from Pitt. That's where I played hockey. So like, I'm a Pitt grad. Like I have an affiliation with him in that way where, I want to see him succeed.
I was going to say, it sounds like you support Kenny a lot, being that you were so heavy on Canada, but you see playoff kind of aspirations with Kenny Pickett still being your quarterback within the next 2 years.
Oh yeah,
with the defense, I think so.
Yeah, with the defense for sure. Yeah.
The defense was amazing. I mean, that's on the good note for the Steelers. They were absolutely lights out on defense. Deshaun Watson looked lost. He just didn't look good. Period.
Well, if you look at if you look at how quarterbacks excel in this league, look at Patrick Mahomes the first 2 weeks here without Eric Bieniemy. I mean, he's playing great, don't get me wrong, but the Chiefs are not lighting it up. And all of a sudden, Eric Bieniemy goes to Washington, and Washington's lighting it up and scoring a bunch of points. So to me, if you have to have the right mixture, and so Kenny's got the tools. But like I said, he's had a deer in headlights look the first 2 weeks. I mean, San Francisco and the Browns are probably two of the best defenses that we'll face in the league. But he's had a deer in headlights look. He's been behind on his throws. He's been bad with his timing, poor reads. But none of it affects his ability, like his actual abilities. It's just a head thing right now. Steeler fans will remember this. It really reminds me of Big Ben in his first time in any big game. So like Big Ben joins the Steelers and comes in for Tommy Maddox, wins 14 straight games. He gets to his first playoff game and just shits the bed. And I can say that on here, right? I can say.
You can say whatever you want on
as
here,
many
of
bets
course.
as you like.
Yeah. But yeah, so he shits the bed against the Jets. Somehow the Steelers win that game because what's his name? The Jets kicker missed like 8 field goals. Yeah. And then we play the Patriots in the AFC Championship game. He shits the bed again. Come around to year 2, he blows through the playoffs. He was by far the MVP all the way to the Super Bowl. And then against the Seahawks, he shits the bed. And then in 2008, he goes back to the Super Bowl, and that's when he plays great and has the 2-minute game-winning drive to San Antonio. So that I hated to think it, but as I'm watching the first game, I was like, oh god, it kind of looks like those Ben days. So I'm hoping once Kenny starts to relax, see the field a little bit better, I think he's going to be fine. To be frank, I do think if he turns it on, we could win the Super Bowl this year. I mean, anyone could win the Super Bowl as long as you get in the dance. And if you have an elite defense.
That's a
Corey.
That's a
Corey.
It could. I'm not saying it will happen.
Yeah, I'm just like,
receipts will be had.
We save receipts, sir.
I'm saying that we had Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl, so it can be done. And I don't think we've seen the likes of a TJ Watt in a long time in this league. So it would have to be on the defense. Drug test me. I love it. Bring it. Actually, don't. No, I'm kidding.
So I have one question for the Steelers as well. A lot of the blame you're putting on OC Canada, right?
Yeah.
Now, back in Steeler prime time, right? I'm talking about Le'Veon Bell at his highest, AB at his highest, Ben Roethlisberger at their highest. Shit. San Antonio, Juju, all of them were all going crazy. Probably what, 2014, 15, I want to say?
15, 16, then it's 2017.
Right.
2017, that was probably one of the best teams.
So who was play calling then? Because I'm pretty sure it was Tomlin.
Todd Haley.
Todd Haley. So Tomlin wasn't making any calls.
No, I mean, he says he has input, but he has.
I feel like he was dialing shit up back then, though. No, I really swore like all the amount of 2-point conversions y'all did.
Oh yeah, we were going crazy with those.
I saw with he had that motherfucking playbook in front of his mouth, going crazy, going for 2, and he was dialing that bitch up. That's all I remember. But if it was just Todd Haley, then I'll give you that. I mean,
being honest, Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown are 2 all-time greats at their position, so it's kind of like,
oh sure,
they were gifted like some very, very extreme talent, and now you're looking at, obviously we think highly on Pickens, but Kenny Pickett, like, this isn't a guy that's necessarily highly touted as somebody that was going to be a franchise savior. So I don't know if having, like, I agree that he still has potential and there's still room for growth, but I don't know if I have these aspirations of him necessarily leading a team to the playoffs. I need to see these 2-minute, like, I need to see him in a position that Justin Herbert was in this past weekend. Down to 2 minutes to go, ball in your hands. What can you make of it?
Well, he did that last year.
We've seen it a couple times. No, you're absolutely right. I want to see this continue now throughout his growth, because year 2 is really where, like, you're supposed to learn from your mistakes year 1.
Yep.
And then, like you were saying, year 3 with your quarterback is when you're supposed to have those aspirations of playoff intentions. So I want to see these division games. I mean, last night was game 1 of, hey, Kenny, go do your thing. So I'm really excited, especially somebody commented with how the Bengals have been looking lately. You know, anything could happen.
Anything can happen in that division.
Somewhere.
It can't happen. I like the Ravens still in that division.
If Lamar can stay healthy, that's a big thing.
Right. That's going to be a big if. You know, the health factor for Ravens is always a big factor. Corey, I want you to plug in My Movies. I want you to talk about how you got started with My Movies, the journey into where we are right now.
Yeah, so we started Movies Plus back in 2020, and it kind of became like a free speech platform because we saw a lot of censorship. And then it's funny, I'll probably get a lot of hate for this because who was getting censored back in 2020 was the right. Mm-hmm. So then people pigeonholed us as like a right-wing thing, and we really weren't. But you know, we thought, okay, it's a unique selling proposition. That's what we're going to do, and we still support free speech. But what I've learned is that both the right and the left really suck. Like when it comes to politics,
yeah,
I'm not a fan of any of them. Right. So at this point, it's like I've been like pushed into being a libertarian, and I still believe in free speech. But I also, you know, Movies Plus, our mission is really to support independent creators and find ways to get, you know. My background is selling movies. That's what I have done for a living. And I can tell you there's so many independent films that don't have a home, you know, so like all these people, they made the movie, they try to get it out there. What we're offering is an opportunity to have a place where you can send people, and also a way to directly monetize. You know, like we encourage filmmakers to sign up for our VIP program, where anytime somebody signs up with their promo code to watch their movie, they get a percentage, you know, they get $5 or whatever it is. And every year they get another $4 every year in perpetuity. Because, you know, who your friends and family want to support you, you know, the people that like your work want to support you. So that's what that's our mission right now, is to try and be the home to bring all independent content into a premier place. And you know, we got the apps. I mean, we have over 1 million downloads. So far, we have like 75,000 active users.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And you have tons of content on the platform as well, all kinds of movies, entertainment that you could be looking for. I mean, I know I was scrolling and watching a plethora of different types of content on that app, and you could just sit there like it honestly clears any other streaming platform, because nowadays everyone has 15 different apps on their phone for streaming. Like, listen, you want a place to go to get uncensored stuff, what you want to see, and everything from under the sun. Realistically, Movies Plus is definitely the place for you.
Yeah, I mean, the way I look at my kind of pitch is, a lot of content you might be able to find it elsewhere. We'll have original content, we have some premiere content, we have exclusive content that you can't find anywhere else, and then a lot of other stuff that's you might be able to find it on Tubi, but for us, you get to watch it at commercial free, and you pay. If you use a promo code Corey, CORY, you get a whole year for $24. So for $2 a month, you get all that content ad free, and we're adding new stuff all the time. So like our Halloween lineup is pretty packed. I think last year we released something like 50 horror films during the month of October.
That's great. Yeah.
I think we're on pace to do that, and we still have the ones from last year. So we
it's just only going up.
And another one that I was hearing of is the Sound of Freedom, right? Is a big one that you guys are working with.
So it isn't inked yet, but almost. I mean, it's not like I'm worried. We're going to close the deal. They want to put the film on our platform and put it up, and we'll start for sale, because they're doing a wide digital sale. But we're encouraging them, and they're going to encourage people to use us instead of iTunes or anything else.
Fantastic.
And we're going to offer, a free trial with anyone that buys the movie on our platform and everything like that. And it's just, everything's too consolidated right now. Like I was talking with I'll drop this, but Roy Price, former head of Amazon Studios, and him and I talk about a lot of different things, and maybe one day we'll partner on stuff. And I saw how ABC and ESPN, this goes back to the sports, but ABC and ESPN, Disney's looking to get rid of them. And like, I immediately texted him the article, and I was like, like, I wonder what would happen if a program, if somebody with the right mind behind how to drive these actually, had control of it. Obviously we'd need to go out on a capital raise and get billions of dollars to go get the ABC and ESPN.
Hey, but who could say that's not possible, right?
It's all possible through God, because God did. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. And I mean, it's just we've seen content really lag. Like, Disney has destroyed Star Wars. Disney's destroyed so many intellectual properties, and there's so many more talented filmmakers out there that don't have an opportunity, and they used to not have they were never going to get a chance to film with an incredible camera, but now people can do it for minimal cost and go out and make movies. And so that's why we're seeing a lot of unique filmmakers come out. I hope we can find more. If anyone's out there listening, I mean, we have MoSports streaming live on us every week.
Yep.
And I actually started a podcast called the Beer Goggle Sports Podcast, or Beer Goggle Quarterback Podcast. And we're recapping after a day of drinking beer and watching football. We're going through and talking about everything, adding a little comedy, in there. Like, I think I called the Kansas City Chiefs, whenever they lost the first game, I said the Kansas City Chiefs looked more like the Kansas City Queefs, as they blew hot air all over their audience, all over the crowd. So we're trying to go that route and have a little fun with it. And hopefully we can start inviting in some like comedians too down the line.
That'd be dope, man.
We've had some on MoSports TV. We could work together and make this thing happen for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. You already know you have MoSports support in every endeavor that you got, Corey. We love My Movies and Movies Plus. It's an awesome platform for independent creators like us. We're not signed to anybody. We're not exclusive to anybody. But you gave us a platform to put in front of thousands and thousands of people, and that's all love, and I appreciate you for that, bro. And anything you need from MoSports, you let us know. If you need a guest, if you need anything, bro, you already know we got you.
Yeah. No, well, I'll definitely. Each one of you's got to come on the Beer Goggle
Absolutely.
quarterback podcast. The key is you have to have. I see the Kansas City Queefs. You have to have at least drank a handful of beers beforehand.
Definitely.
That'll work.
That can be done.
That can be done. I haven't actually been like buzzed up for real and talk
Giants
sports
game?
on live. It's actually we're about to start doing it with our.
We did a lot. Yeah,
we're not even gonna announce it yet,
Not
but
yet.
we got something going on for that too. But
so you guys all Giants fans?
Fuck no.
me and Matt are
We're all
Giants
Niners
fans.
fans.
He's a Niners fan.
Oh, okay. You guys might have it. I don't think. I think Brock Purdy has as much chance as Kenny Pickett to be legit. But like the 49ers team outside of Brock Purdy is unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Our coach is like crazy too. So
Ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah. So I watched, like I've been watching football my whole life, and I've seen a lot of it. And watching that game, I was like, oh God, like that team, that's a championship team right there.
we're always a quarterback away. We just got to see.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, Brock Purdy can pull it out. I mean, he's better than like a Trent Dilfer, and Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl. So you know what I mean?
He's way better than Jimmy G too.
Yeah.
Score way more points with.
Oh, you guys went to 3 NFC Championship games, 1 Super Bowl with Jimmy G. Like, I think
With Jimmy G.
Yeah, so I think with Brock
he's
Purdy.
doing with the Raiders right now, not much, So hey,
Speaking of, since it's a preview, I mean that's who the Steelers play next week, so hopefully we get some relief finally.
Oh yeah, probably would have.
y'all could get that game. Y'all could definitely get that game. If y'all could beat, I don't know about smoke them, but I think you will come out with the victory.
23-13 Steelers. That's my hot take right there.
Boom.
Yeah,
It is.
23-21, some shit like that. I like it. Or even a low scoring game, 17-10, something like that.
Yeah.
I like that. A
Little
little
stinker.
stinky.
Our
Little
defense
stinky
will guide
show.
y'all to victory.
Yep. That's exactly what I was thinking. A defensive touchdown mixed in there. Absolutely. All right, Corey, we got a couple other callers coming in. So I appreciate you once again for coming through.
Yeah.
Anything you need from us, once again, you already know. Guys, make sure you download the My Movies app, Movies Plus app. And
We're gonna post the link in
and,
the
and our
Facebook group.
code is MoSports, I'm pretty sure too. Our
Yeah.
code is MoSports.
Yep.
That helps support them. That
Subscribe.
supports the most sports.
It only costs anywhere from $25 to $35 a year.
A year. Too.
A year.
A year.
A year.
I
For the
could
whole
be
fucking
wrong,
thing.
but I think your code knocks it down to like the same price, where it's like $2 a month.
Yeah,
And that helps support most sports. I mean, it supports our network,
right.
and that supports them directly. And I appreciate it. Yeah, and if you guys follow me on Twitter, I'm at Corey CORY_Tucek TUCEK, and I'm hosting. I think I'm gonna do it again. Last week I did a Wednesday night Twitter space with a bunch of Steelers people, Steelers media people, talking about the state of the Steelers, kind of kumbaya. And so I just sent the bat signal out to them earlier today. I said, "Hey, I want to do that again. That was fun." And they're all good, so they're good.
Awesome.
I'll hop in that.
Yeah.
I'll hop in that too.
Hell
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So
Thank you, Corey. Much
awesome.
love again.
Thank you guys.
Much
I appreciate it. And I'll
much
talk to
love,
you later.
much love. See you later. All right, next up,
We got a comment right here asking where the man is.
Where's Unc at?
Yo, double R, you gotta wait.
Don't worry, you gotta wait for a little bit. Double R.
You gotta wait.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we
Uncle Mike,
go.
he's back. He's back once again. What's going on, Unc?
What's up, fellas?
Yes, sir. What's
How
happening?
you feeling?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
We're doing great. We're doing great. Another week, and we're vibing once again.
Shout out to the American Dream real quick.
American Dream Movers.
Yes,
What
sir.
up? If you ever need a move in Oceanomama County or in New Jersey or anywhere on the East Coast,
You already know
make
where
sure
to
you
go.
hit up the American Dream Movers.
Yes, sir.
All right. So
Uncle Micah, we got a showdown going on this week. 2 of y'all against 2 of us. How are we feeling ahead of this Thursday night matchup?
Truth be told, what the Giants did last week, that comeback, that was good. That was a great wake-up call for you. You needed that. You really needed that.
We definitely did need it, and a lot of people don't want to even give us the flowers for having a 30-point second half comeback. But thank you for being one of those that is willing to give us credit when credit is due.
But here's my thing. Dabo ain't McVay. Jones ain't Stafford. Y'all ain't the Rams. And we ain't the Cardinals. So we're gonna see about that. That's all I got to say about that game. And we won shitty last week. We put up 30, and Brock wasn't at his best. He missed 2 wide open touchdowns. So I'm not going to brag and boast about this and that and this, whatever. You guys did what you had to do to get your win. Congratulations. Let's move on. Let's strap them up and see what you got.
I agree. So we'll preview the Niners Giants real quick with you. So one thing I noticed in the breakdown of both the Giants Cardinals and the Rams Niners is that defenses got figured out real quick. And
what defense? Whose defense?
Niners defense got figured out a little bit. Yes,
Okay, I got something to say to that.
Receivers, little dick and dumps.
It was a bunch of nobodies on the team. There's no film on them.
I was gonna say.
But here, let me say something. You dink and dunk. They did, but you got to realize one thing. They're in our division.
Sure.
And that's a Super Bowl winning team, 2 years off a Super Bowl, and a Hall of Fame quarterback. Okay, don't get me wrong. And mind you, we put up 30 where we should have had 40 plus because Brock missed 2 wide open touchdown passes. So I'm not making excuses. They came in, they did what they did. But again, Jones ain't Stafford. And we ain't the Cardinals.
Y'all not.
And so we expect a tough game from the Rams because they're in our division and they know us very well. Don't forget, McVay is off Shanahan's tree.
So,
indeed,
am I hearing that we're taking the Giants somewhat lightly this
No, not at all. Not at all. Don't take us lightly. Don't think because you came back against the Cardinals, you're going to do that with the Niners.
Nobody ever said that. Now we don't think.
No, I understand you're supposed to support and root for your team.
I didn't say the Giants figured y'all out. We figured out the Cardinals defense in the second half. That's
what happened? The Cardinals offense
got figured out by the Rams. And
whoever was
Cardinals in the second half.
Whoever figured out, you guys figured out the Cardinals on offense because they stopped scoring points.
Yeah,
they stopped scoring points and giving the Giants opportunities with 3 and outs.
We started scoring points.
But we changed from the
Daniel Jones
play call to Brian Daboll calling plays. And
hey, look, I'm not
Waller, Hodgins. It wasn't just Saquon running it up
Hyatt
every time. Yeah, Hyatt got involved.
I'm not knocking your win. Congratulations. I'm not knocking it. It's a team sport. I get it. You guys did your thing. But this is a different week now. And I'm sure we got we did some adjustments. We looked at some film, and them guys going to be where they need to be. All right. So I'm not saying I'm not worried about every game. In fact, you guys are. I'm going to bed right after this because I'm flying out to the game tomorrow.
Yeah, he's going to be there.
He's
in San Francisco.
Studying film himself.
No, I'm actually there. I'm suiting up. I'm the hold on the extra point team. Bringing it back, baby. Bringing it back.
You got a comment here, Uncle Mike. Can you rank your top 5 NFC teams?
Not in no particular order, but there's going to be the Cowboys, Giants. No, excuse me, Cowboys. Niners, Eagles. Green Bay's looking good, but I don't know if they're the top 10. But those 3, and we got a couple. The Detroit Lions can go in and out. The Rams can go in and out. It's hard with those next 2 because they have losses on them. So you can juggle any of those and just to slot them in there. But the big 3, the Eagles, the Cowboys, and the Niners.
Okay, fair enough.
Because you look at this, the Rams spanked the Seahawks. Then the Seahawks spanked the Lions, and the Lions spanked Kansas City. So where are you going with that?
Yeah.
Right, it's just too early in the season.
Yeah, it's much too early to determine that.
5, but obviously, I think the Niners are the best team in the NFC. I do think you guys are better than the Eagles as of right now.
I think I'm not just being a homer. Corey, I know football. I've been all my life been around it. I played it. I coached it. I was raised in a Signorino household. It's my godfather. Explain to them who he is. They'll know why I know so much. But
yourself coached for a very long time. Yes.
He put the Jersey Shore on the map.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Eagles lost a lot. They brought in a lot, but they lost a lot, especially through the middle. You know, they got those two big boys up front, but their linebacker and their safeties are suspect.
Yep.
Their linebackers and their safeties are suspect.
Definitely.
And now picture this: if that's what's that do, Justin Jefferson. If Jefferson doesn't fumble that catch out of the end zone, we got a different game. They had 4 turnovers. They had 4 turnovers,
they
and they were
off
still
all those turnovers. I'm almost positive.
Yeah.
And
you know,
against New England, they had 3 turnovers within the first 5 minutes, and they scored 17 points off of that. And
what happens if that dude gets that foot in bounds on that last drive by New England? You never know, because they would have been on the 8-yard line.
That'd have been at least OT.
Yeah, so it's hard to say, but I figured the Eagles will get it in gear. But their offense, they're doing. I think they're going to do what the 49ers did with Kaepernick after they paid him. They want to protect their investment. So Jalen's not going to be running as much. Believe that. They are not going to give out all that money and take a chance with him running around like Mike Vick back in the day. They're not going to do that. It's too much money for them to run the risk of that boy getting hurt.
And realistically, you have so many weapons. Like, why make him if you have so many other guys? Like, you have a running back committee of 4 to 5 people over there. You got Scott, Swift, Gainwell, Penny. I mean, it's
Swift went to work though. I think Swift solidified himself as the number 1 guy.
The number 1, no question.
Yeah, that was ridiculous what he was doing. What he had 179 yards rushing. It was.
But
nasty.
the Eagles, their short medium game is a little shaky. They get most of the stuff on that deep down outside of the hash stuff. Yep. Once in a while, they'll send A.J. Brown across on a slanter when they need a first down. But it's not consistent. Absolutely. And the Cowboys, it's hard to measure them right now because they played you guys. They caught you guys napping first week. I think if you play them 10 times, they may beat you 9 out of 10 times, but they're not going to put 40 on you and leave you 0. That's not going to happen. I just think once that avalanche started, it was just too much for you guys to overcome.
I agree. It was a really bad game.
And here's the thing that teams don't understand, bro. I don't get it. Run the ball. When you got a ferocious pass rush, run the ball. That's why I think we match up good against Dallas, because they're sending everybody. So you keep them honest with a good running game. And we have that. You know, we have we have good backs. McCaffrey's the truth. Mitchell's the truth. We got a nice run game. So, and you got to be able to buy your quarterback some time. Now, Purdy's still developing. He's still coming along. Last week, he missed 2 throws that he normally would make in his sleep. And it cost us. We could have blew that game wide open. We still won by basically 10, but they stopped the clock to kick a field goal. So, we still had.
Okay, can we talk about that really quick?
Wait a minute.
Bro,
was that the most obvious Vegas call we've seen in the NFL so far?
I think that had a lot. He knew somebody big. Yeah.
I mean, listen, Sean McVay, a guy that can recall plays from 2015. You pick out a time in a game and he could tell you what play they were running that. I'm supposed to believe he didn't know that what he was doing with that field goal with time expiring. Like, come on. He
knows exactly what was going on.
Somebody in his family must have been betting and he knew what was going on. And he had to crack Vegas.
I mean,
who does that with 1 second left spike to kick the, who does that?
No,
something's fishy about that.
That's who does that.
That helped. That was one of the last legs to cash on that notorious pick we saw this weekend on FanDuel. Everyone was talking about, the field goals in the 1 o'clock, 4:05, and 4:20 window games. FanDuel ended up paying out $20 million in bets on that. And so I don't know. Me personally, I feel like they're using that as a distraction from the fact that they totally fixed this last kick on that Rams game.
Yeah, I think it's much deeper than McVay's family may have bet on something. No. They got that call. They got that phone call. And if you don't obey the phone call, it's going to look real bad for you in the future. And that's all I got to say. And you can ask Mr. John Gruden about that.
Yeah.
And you know what, bro? And it's sad that that's what it's coming to, bro. I don't, there's gambling and stuff has always been involved, but that was too obvious. The game was over. Who spikes the ball with 1 second left to kick a field goal and you can't win?
Yep.
That takes away from it. But
teams walking on the field with a minute left, like 40 seconds. Like it's crazy, and we're spiking the ball at 1 second. Nah, it didn't sit well with me.
So, Uncle Mike, what's your score prediction for the Giants Niners? What do you think the final score will be?
35-16.
Okay.
I think we're going to get it in gear. I think we're going to get in gear. I think you guys will have your moments here and there, but I just think that was a wake-up call for us. Just like you guys got your wake-up call, maybe we got ours too, not to be too lax. And, now I'm not talking shit on your team, but we are the better team. And and
there's a 10.5 point spread for a reason, right?
Yeah, so if we play to our potential, I can see us putting we put up 30 last week against a team who knows us inside out, and we it could have got ugly quick, but Brock missed 2. He missed Ayuk open first, then he missed Debo for a touchdown. He came back and hit Juwan Jennings on a nice deep pass. So I think, if he corrects that I think he just got over anxious seeing him that wide open and just sailed it. But I think if we, play our game, you guys, like, Corey, you're not there yet. You're not there yet because, you won a playoff game last year, this and that, but you got a tougher schedule. Now when your trusted weapons is gone, so other guys can step up. I get it, but they're not Saquon. So I don't know. You guys, you'll fight. I get it. You're not going to go out like you did in that first game, but I just think that we have too much on both sides of the ball. That's just being honest.
I'm not mad at you for that score prediction at all. That's a very realistic prediction. I do want to talk about Saquon real quick. So I think Dable is he's underplaying his injury right now. Obviously, he's still not ready to call him out for Thursday. Obviously, he's going to be out on Thursday, right?
He's just trying to, we want the Niners to prepare for that. That's not a mind game. We're preparing for him anyway. We're preparing for whoever's back there.
But he has to play the game, right? Every coach has to play the game the right way.
Yeah, you don't want to expose your hand too soon.
It's over. He's out for 3 weeks. It's over. And then I think he actually is progressing with his ankle, though. He came back from a very bad high ankle sprain a year ago after 2 weeks. On week 2. He is a fast healer. He he's also got 2 years on it, 2 more years of wear and tear on him too, bro. Yeah. Well, guess what? He's a running back, and that's what happens to running backs.
Yeah, and I think that whole thing, the running back should have a 2-year. They should get paid after their second year. Or at least their third. Or at least their third.
For the NFLPA to do. Instead of a 4-year rookie contract like every other player gets, they get 4 years with a 5th player option, I'm pretty sure. Give running backs 2-year rookie
2 or 3 with a 4th. Give them something. Those guys deserve money, man.
I like
that. They deserve money.
Good solution, Uncle Mike. See, this is why we bring you on, man. Because
they should do something. Give them, just change it for them, because it's not fair, man. Those guys on a lot of teams, every team wants to run the ball. I don't care what they do. Every team wants to run the ball at some point.
Right.
You don't want Josh Allen running around the 4th quarter when you can just hand the ball off, but you haven't invested in your running game. So now he's got to run around faking like he's Brett Favre. And so that's you got to pay those guys. They're worth it, especially good. And Barkley's a generational talent, but we've been cheated out of seeing him play because you guys have been in a constant state of rebuild. So he's never got a chance to sit back where he knows his team's putting up 10 wins and he's got a shot of going to the playoffs every year. It's not fair to him. It's really not fair to him. He's too talented to, you guys should have never drafted him that high, but you did. But he's too talented to be in a constant state of rebuild. The running back shouldn't have to wait for the quarterback to catch up to him. That's wrong. That's wrong.
I agree. I mean, hopefully they come to an agreement, a compromise, both the NFL and
the players' union's got to step in and protect these guys, man. They deserve money, not just Saquon. All those guys who come and let them play 2 years, and let them third-year option. They should let players come out of college. If I don't want to be in this team, I'm gonna give you 2 years. Then after that, I'm out. If I don't decide to sign an extension, let me leave. I shouldn't have to be sucked in and stuck on the bad team. When they say, well, they draft you have to show loyalty. Well, if they didn't draft me, somebody else would have. I'm showing you my loyalty, staying here 2 years, getting the shit beat out of me.
I agree, Unc. All right, I'm gonna let you go, Unc. We got some more callers. You know, I appreciate you, dog. Have a safe travel to San Fran.
Hey, yo, I'm gonna call you live when I get out there. You know I'm gonna be acting a fool.
All right, for sure. I'll be looking forward to it, Unc. I'll be looking forward to it. And Double R, we got Double R in the building.
Sure.
What's going on, Double
What
R?
up, gang? Shit, I'm hungry as hell.
Huh?
I said I'm hungry as hell. I was waiting for an hour. No.
All right, it's your turn to eat. Pause. Go crazy.
Nah, I ain't got nothing else to say. Like,
Nah,
think
Corey's pause was fucking nuts.
it's crazy.
Let's hold on. We got. What did Corey say?
He said something about eating them up.
Eat them up.
Get in there and eat them up. Oh my god.
Me and Ed looked at each other. Yo, I can't believe I ain't bust out. But somebody said pause.
Pause the comment. Yeah.
Somebody commented pause, and I just fucking lost it. There's. All right, go ahead, Double.
That was crazy.
Holy
Nah.
shit. How you feel about your Eagles, man?
Man, listen. Fuck this offensive coordinator, Brian. I mean, it's 2 weeks. As you could tell, the game really turned around when we started running the ball. Why we wasn't running the ball from the beginning, like from New England, don't know why. It is what it is. I just came in here to talk shit. Not really talk shit, just make shit even.
Are you even the slightest bit concerned with the Eagles? Like,
of course.
Are you realistic about the Eagles this year that you guys have regressed a little bit, or that y'all are playing a much harder schedule than last year?
We definitely regressed. I think we downplayed how much the OC really meant to us. The DC with the side, I didn't really care. Like, it was an even swap for me. Yeah. But the OC, like, I didn't expect to regress this much. It's not that Jalen regressed. It's the play calling. Like, there's no schemes. There's no schematics to get them open. If we're not a physical team with the running with the off the line, we're dog shit. It's like,
if anything, honestly, you have more offensive talent than you did last year too. So it's like, what are we?
I think it's both coordinators though, because I mean, the back-to-back 300-yard performances is a nasty bag, especially coming from Mac Jones. Like Kirk Cousins, okay, he does it. He does it a lot. He puts up 300 like it's nothing. All right, cool.
All right, but look at the game, right?
On a half hand how many times he's thrown for 300 yards in his career, and he's played a full season last year. So it's like, what's going on? Yeah, lost Maddox.
He's hurt again.
Lost Hargraves.
Yeah,
lost Gardner Johnson, right?
Like, Gardner Johnson, he's gone. But
Bradbury doesn't look what
he got hurt. He wasn't playing last week.
Yeah,
he didn't play.
Bradbury's out
too, right?
Yeah, Bradbury. He'll be back this week though.
Blake was the only person on this.
The only person.
Last year.
Is AJ?
But if you look at our offense, you look at our defense, right?
There's some diva in him. There's a lot of diva in AJ Brown because first of all, AJ Brown had touchdowns called back on him. It's not like he wasn't getting the volume.
Yeah,
he just had penalties called against him.
But after he had that little snap. He had that little after he had a disagreement is when they tried to feed him the ball, and that's when the penalty got called back for that holding. That was after they had a little argument. But before then, it's just what it is. It was like last year. Some week, like Devontae, he ain't get shit the first week. He got like 0 targets. Then the next week, they're going to come out forcing him. So my prediction is when they play Tampa Bay on Monday at 7:15, AJ Brown's going over 150. Like they're going to force feed him.
Yeah, that's a good hot take.
I was going to say, honestly, I feel like a lot of people might be leaning that way, and we might see a Dallas Goddard game.
Dallas has been good right the past 2 weeks, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he hasn't scored more than 5 fantasy points in either game.
No, he hasn't. But I was saying, they pick and choose who's going to go off this week. When you're that talented of an offense, you can have a day where AJ Brown gets his 152 touchdowns. Then all of a sudden it's Devontae the next week. Then it's DeAndre Swift, and now all of a sudden it could be Dallas. Like they have that many weapons to where they need to start spreading the love a little bit more. I mean, I put in our notes on a team, I believe it was the Seahawks, I think. They had 6 different guys with 35-plus yards this past week. And there's no reason in my mind that the Eagles can't be on that same level of offensive flow.
There's too much egos on that team, bro.
But you got Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll's the one, dictating that. Like when your head coach, Nick Sirianni, loves the guy, he doesn't want to call plays. He wants to be everywhere. He wants to talk to such a team.
Sirianni, I feel like he's only there for the cosmetics. He wants to stand
Sirianni is just there for the
nods.
athletics, bro. Because Sirianni just sits there, acts like a big fucking buffoon on this fucking sideline, like a fucking stupid fuck.
Yeah,
And he doesn't even really coach, in my opinion. He doesn't really fucking coach, like at all, bro. Like
You're supposed to motivate men, right? And that's what he does. For whatever antics he does, they fight for him.
I mean, honestly, like as a Giants fan, like obviously I dislike the Eagles, but guys like AJ Brown, Jalen Hurts, and Devontae are very hard not to like. The only thing I really can't stand about Philly right now is Nick Sirianni.
I can't fucking stand Nick Sirianni.
He's just
I can't fucking stand him.
And you go to Geno's or wherever, any cheesesteak spot, you can see 6 Siriannis outside wearing Eagles jerseys. It's disgusting.
Nobody go to Geno's.
Yeah.
And I was about to say, nobody going to no Geno's, nobody going to no goddamn Pats. You go to Ishkabibble's, or you go to the corner deli, and that's it.
Go to the corner store.
You go to the corner Poppy store. They're gonna whip you up the best cheesesteak you ever had for half the price. I promise
the other
you.
one got a little too mainstream. But all right, Double R, your prediction this coming week for the Birds? How we looking?
We're looking 27-17 Birds.
Okay.
What happens if Baker Mayfield goes over 300 on you? What happens?
Baker Mayfield may have run for
There's
300.
a conversation to
That there will have to be a conversation at that point.
It's how it looks. Both games, right? We had a big lead, but our offense game was actually shit, right?
Right.
So the first game,
I'll give you that.
Yeah,
They were playing a lot lot of comeback ball, which they had to throw, and I get that. I do get that, but I don't care. I don't care.
Only exception right now is Kirk Cousins. So if Mac
Baker do it, I don't care if it's garbage time. I don't give a fuck how he gets it. If he gets 300, that's a problem. I don't care.
To Mike Evans has been looking nice. I can't even lie.
Yeah, it's been looking. Baker has not been looking bad at all with Tampa. He's fired up over there.
Let's talk about it now. Stems back to him being with the Rams last season. Remember when they were supposed to get blown out in that game, and Baker Mayfield came and led them to an overtime win? Like just chilling in, bro. This is going back to last year. We may need to talk about Baker Mayfield actually being a gamer.
Is it Baker Mayfield comeback season, or is it?
Man, I'm a big fan.
I'm not.
No.
I used to be coming out of college.
Tampa Bay surprisingly looks good. The defense too, right? Devin White, he commented or posted on Instagram that I should have never asked for a trade out. Like I regret that because we got a group of good young guys. So. No, anybody
another
Mike
team.
Evans
It's another
money?
full team. Nobody knows who the fuck they are.
Well,
what did you say?
Who's on the defense
for the Bucks.
It's a bunch of young guys.
So nobody knows who the fuck they are.
Right.
Why, bro?
No.
Besides offense, everybody know their offense.
The offense.
Yeah.
I think Evans put up 179 last week.
Yeah, it was something nasty.
That's disgusting for Baker Mayfield as your quarterback, and that just fucking ruined any chance of trade.
Yeah. But
Godwin had a good fucking night too. I'm pretty sure Godwin had like 70 yards too.
Tampa Bay might be one of those betting teams this season that you kind of always hit the spread for them, just because they're going to be in a lot of close games, more than we would expect.
I ain't gonna say that after 2 weeks, but
it's a 5.5 point spread for the game.
Bro, I don't know. It's close. It's real close. Where's that? It's Tampa.
We're
right?
in Tampa. Yeah, we're in Tampa. They're doing a Rondé Barber ceremony at halftime. Why everybody want to do a ceremony against the Eagles? I have no fucking idea, but
yeah,
it's prime time usually. That's why.
Yeah, they need something to fire up the boys, right? But all
right, Double R. We're gonna get into these recaps and previews.
Yes, sir.
Jock Cal's gonna call in about 15 minutes, so.
Cool.
That's okay if he does or he doesn't. We got plenty of call-ins that we just did. I hope everybody enjoyed it. So where do we want to start? As far as, I mean, we covered a lot of topics with the callers.
Yeah, there's only one game that we didn't really talk about that I want us to talk about. That's Chargers Titans, one that went into overtime because
Okay.
it's time to have a serious discussion.
That coach is gone.
First off, Brendan Staley
Not about Herbert, but keep going.
It is absolutely about Justin Herbert. He's part of the issue. At this point, listen, I like the guy. But look, man.
No, I don't gotta stop. I don't.
You get the ball left.
He has the most yards. He has the most passing yards in the NFL right now.
Win games. Win games for me.
He's just another Josh Allen.
He got the ball. He got the ball in the fourth quarter. 2 minutes left, down 2. He couldn't even get past the 50, bro. He has zero dog in him. If you are an elite quarterback and getting paid that much money, I need for you to be able to lead me down the field and get me a win, bro. Kenny Pickett was able to do that. I need to see. I love Herbert, but we need to see something. Kenny Pickett had
a game-winning drive.
He's had them before.
He had a game-winning drive last night. That's what you're telling me.
Honestly, that
Pittsburgh
George
defense,
Pickens,
or did Pittsburgh defense
scored
a go-ahead? Scored a go-ahead fumble.
Now
touchdown.
You're reflecting because
I'm not reflecting.
Herbert.
How am I reflecting?
So
he didn't have
Daniel Jones
Eckler. That was yeah, of course he did. And I stick up for Danny Jones, and I'm gonna keep sticking up for Eckler because he does what he needs to do to win football games. He has a dog shit coach, and he has a definite dog shit defense. Do you not know what the fuck happened against two in them? Last week,
2 minutes left.
Two in them. Two put up fucking 400 something fucking yards.
Yo, listen,
Tyreek Hill puts up 200 and something fucking yards. Come on, bro. Like, what can Herbert do at that point, bro? Like, come on, be fucking realistic, bro. Like,
but the thing is,
the Chargers don't have a good offense.
They have a great offense, and they continue to put up 30 plus each game.
So
how can you put up 30 plus each fucking game and fucking lose, and you're blaming it on the quarterback?
0 fourth quarter points from the Chargers.
He stays doing that though.
It's steady, bro.
He does that all the time.
And Staley got to do something. Staley got to get fired, bro.
Staley is not the one under center.
So you think it's more Herbert's fault than Staley's fault?
Bro, you can't.
That's crazy.
You can't just
that's
let
crazy.
Herbert slide.
Do you think it is more Herbert's fault than the Chargers' defense fault?
Yesterday's loss was
is that what
Justin
y'all?
Herbert.
No,
what's that to do with him scoring in the fourth?
The fuck not. You're reflecting. You guys are fucking talking out your ass.
Stop saying
they put up 30 fucking points per game. He has the most passing yards in the fucking NFL. Cool. And yeah, he's 0-2, but that is not his fault. He is putting up buckets each and every fucking game.
He's not. You can put up buckets in 1, 2, 3, but if you don't put no points up in the fourth, well, whose problem? Whose fault is it?
The Chargers defense,
bro.
If you put up no points, it's the defense fault,
bro.
That's what you're saying.
You're putting up 30 points in 3 quarters. You should get the W. The defense should 100% get you your W.
30 points
should 100% get you your W. And that's bad coaching because they were too conservative.
Points, bro. I just need you to score in the fourth quarter.
You can't even get a field goal for him?
Bro, no, nothing.
Do you think the play calling changes in the fourth quarter when you're up like 15 to 20 points?
I think Herbert has shit running down his legs.
Do you think
he's shitting his pants?
That they're super conservative in that fourth quarter because they think the game is pretty much over?
So when you keep going 3 and out, when you keep going 3 and out in the fourth, your defense not
giving the ball to fucking Josh Kelly for 3 fucking straight downs all four fucking quarter and expect him to be fucking cold from not throwing the ball in the fourth quarter, and you expect them to fucking hop in with fucking 30 seconds left, down 2 to win the fucking game.
Bro, their defense never has rest in the
keep giving these motherfuckers unrealistic
They go 3 and out all the time in the fourth, though.
All Herbert haters.
They go
unrealistic bullshit.
You're not even
unrealistic, bro.
If your team keeps going 3 and out all offense, your defense still has to come on the field. Bro, what are you talking about?
Bro,
that's a big problem in coaching, too. The play calling needs to stay aggressive. They need to stay on the pedal. They need to stay on the gas. Obviously, because the defense fucking sucks.
He's in this position every game. He is. He's in a lot of these situations.
So clutch up.
And not once has he been able to run down the field in these 2 minutes to get a touchdown, bro. I love Justin Herbert. He looks great in practice. He looks great on film. He does a lot of things good. He throws a great ball. But guess what he doesn't do? Get you wins when it matters. That's it.
I think it's more of a problem with the coach and the defense.
They have a ton of problems, but it starts.
It's a way bigger problem. Herbert's not the number one problem. You guys are fucking high if you think so. I'm sorry. Simple as that.
But he is a problem on that team.
He's an issue.
Okay, I will give you. It is a problem that he can't score in the fourth quarter. But if you're gonna say it's Justin Herbert's fault more than the defense and more than the coach, you're hot.
They kicked the field goal with 3 seconds left in the third, and then didn't score.
All right, you bringing up the same point over and over and over again. I'm giving you guys a plethora of different things of what Herbert's doing. Y'all just
you're playing everybody but
He's not scoring in the fourth. He's not scoring in the fourth.
He's not.
All right, that's a coach problem too. That's a coach problem. Yes, that's a play calling problem.
But this is the thing. You're blaming everybody but Herbert.
I said, but Herbert deserves a little bit of blame for not being able to score.
Bro.
But he is not. He is not the number one problem. Not even fucking close.
Are we
not even fucking close?
Are we gonna act like the Tennessee Titans defense is something that really, bro?
Crazy?
That's nuts. Tennessee Titans.
I'm not saying that.
They need
so
to
what are you saying?
Dog the Titans.
I'm not saying that.
You're
so
in
what
the
are you
AFC,
saying?
a loaded conference.
He gonna put 30 up each game, and he gonna give you most of
24.
Well, 24 is cool too.
Bro,
it should be enough to win a game.
They lost.
Should be enough to win a game.
How many points?
Should be enough to win a game, bro.
How many points? What?
The Titans scored a
3. That's all they needed.
3.
They kicked the field
goal.
goal.
So it wasn't their defense.
Bro, they kicked the field goal with 5 minutes left, and that was game.
So it wasn't their defense.
Obviously,
so how
it was
it
if
the
they're giving up more than 24 points in a game.
No, bro, you're fucking insane. Bro.
Who plays linebacker for the Chargers?
Who plays linebacker for the Titans?
Yeah, that too. Don't call Mack or Bosa a linebacker. That's bad. Well, the thing is, like, their defense is better than the Titans.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Like that, they clear the Titans, and
they're not.
All of a sudden,
they're not, Corey.
Yo,
Mac Jones.
Chargers defense notoriously gives up buckets every fucking game, just because they have Bosa and Ingram.
Now,
cool fucking
Titans.
Cool fucking news, bro. Yeah, Tannehill and the Titans. You know how I feel about Tannehill, Derrick Henry and the Titans. Yeah, you do know how I feel about that.
Derrick Henry. Who else?
You heard what the fuck I just said.
Wide receiver 1 was Treylon Burks with 79 yards, bro.
Hey, they get the job done. You know how I feel about Tannehill, bro. You know how I feel about.
Yo, you're insane, man. Like you that
Good
much
job,
of a
Aaron.
fan.
Good job, Aaron.
You that much of a fan?
Good job, Aaron. Let's talk about the Ravens.
All right, Josh Howe, what's happening?
Josh Howe,
Corey doesn't want to blame Herbert for nothing.
No, shut up. We're talking about
Yo. It was good, my niggas.
He don't want to talk about the Chargers. He don't want to talk about the Chargers as you hear that.
Chargers is poop. Them niggas suck. Justin Herbert overrated. That nigga, everybody want to talk about how Lamar can't win the playoff game. That nigga can't. He blew a 24-point lead.
Bro,
in my bag.
John Mayer don't like Herbert because Devin don't like Herbert. All right, let's move on to
So you call me a follower? This is insane. You trying to show off for the live? Oh, I see what type of time you want. Oh, Eddie, you said niggas get Eddie.
Huh?
You see how niggas get? Trying to throw me under the bus. Try to say I'm a follower. That's insane.
That's crazy.
That's what I do.
But can we talk about the Ravens though? Can we talk about them?
You guys were on the other side of a victory, unlike the Chargers. 27-24, you guys won. Hey, you beat the Bengals division matchup. How are we feeling after that one?
I feel good. I'm still a little skeptical. You know what I mean? Because it's still early in the season. We always play good until about December. That's when the quarterback go down. So if he can make it through the whole season, I feel real confident with our team. Honestly, I feel like the only thing holding us back is health. Marlon Humphrey should be coming back, if not this week, next week. Marcus Williams, he's not getting surgery, so he's gonna be back this year.
What about Andrews?
Yeah,
he back. He played last game. He back.
Yards, touchdown, 8 catches or 5 catches, 8
Is he
targets.
gonna stay consistently healthy?
You have 50 yards.
Yeah.
I feel like we need him to be healthy, but we still got Isaiah Likely, so we got a really good backup that we like too.
Sure.
I just think.
So, Ja, who is the bona fide number 1 running back now? Is it Gus or is it Justice Hill?
Honestly, I think they're gonna split carries like 50-50. Like goal line, 100% Gus.
Yep.
But like, I don't know.
That's
But Hill could catch. But Gus can catch too, though.
Gus can catch.
I feel like, honestly, a sleeper is Keaton Mitchell. When he get off at IR, he's gonna be nice. He a rookie from East Carolina. He's fast as hell. They really like him. He made the team over Melvin Gordon, even though he was hurt. He made it over him, undrafted free agent. Wow. So they really like him.
I got something to say about Odell Beckham Jr. because I heard that Odell all offseason was going to come back from the second ACL tear and show out and be the wide receiver one for the.
I was hurt.
Bro, he got 3 catches, 4 targets, bro. I can't, dog. I can't. Odell is washed. It's bro. He's out there. He's washed up, man.
Yeah, I can't defend him. I don't know.
I love Zay Flowers, and I think he's your wide receiver one. But I can't sit here and act like Odell is going to still be a weapon in this offense.
When in the game did Odell get hurt?
Second quarter.
So he had 4 targets halfway. Yeah. So.
Oh, there was. I think they said the
plan was a quarter and a half. I mean,
did he not come back?
No, he didn't play this. He didn't play at all. Him and Owe got hurt.
Comes back this week though.
Where's Bateman?
Where is Bateman?
Bateman good. I think he's on a snap count right now.
Bateman got 3 catches, 18 yards. It was Nelson Aguilar that really got the brunt of the work. It was 6 targets, 5 catches, 63 yards, and the touchdown. He had that one.
Honestly, Zay Flowers is going to lead us in targets every game.
Every game. To be honest, there's no reason he shouldn't.
He is.
Types of schemes.
He's next up.
So let's grade a trade. Me and Jamir had a trade in fantasy. I traded Josh Jacobs and Zay Flowers for ETN.
Yeah.
You want an ETN?
Yeah.
Bad?
Yeah, I think he's hurt. They were questionable.
Nah, he had cramps. He had cramps last week.
Are you that low on Josh Jacobs right now?
Yeah. He ran for -2 yards last week.
Well, yes, but
yes. Well, what?
Okay, the Giants got 40 on him, and it was just one game. Josh Jacobs, -2 yards. That's just one game. I'm not like the guy was the leading rusher in the NFL last year.
He had 23 yards last.
Listen. Everybody said texted me, said I fleeced you.
Yeah,
that's a fleece.
That's a fleece. I can't lie.
It's okay.
I wouldn't have wanted to give up Zay, bro.
Yeah, why'd you give us Zay?
Because Josh Jacobs isn't it. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That Raiders offense is really shaky and really scary for me with Josh Jacobs. I didn't like it. I like what ETN is doing.
Hey, Corey, did you crack 100 yet?
No, that's my bad league. I'm having a tough time in that league because of Joe Burrow and Chase. They're hurting my feelings right now.
He's scoring 100 in both games. Yeah. Corey about to get a tattoo. The way it's looking.
That's tough.
Well, you know what? Yeah, you guys think very highly of Josh Jacobs. I don't. That's how I look at it.
Well, dude, you just led the league last year.
I don't even think highly of him.
Cool.
It's just like we just gave up a bag for ETN.
I know.
Josh Jacobs literally just led the league.
That's fine. Last year.
Right.
The whole different offense.
So I'm supposed to believe.
All right, my boys. I'm about to get out of here. Y'all be easy. I'll stay tuned in. I'll be in the comments going crazy. I mean, you already know what's up.
Fantasy's crazy. That's a little.
Yeah, it's all good. All
right, my boys. Y'all be safe. All right.
All right, wait, Job. Before you go,
that was good.
Ravens Colts this week, 1:00. What's the score?
I want to say.
Yeah, is AR playing?
I don't think.
No, he's out. I'm gonna say.
I gave y'all a problem.
I'm gonna say 31-10.
I was gonna say 27-9.
31-10 Ravens.
Okay. All right, you heard.
Your last 2 games been close though.
Yeah, but these brothers stink with no AR.
Yeah, think about it. But we played week 1. It was our first time in offense. Lamar ain't played all off season. Week 2, the offense looked way better, and that thing's it's just gonna keep getting better and better each week. But
all right. Fair enough. We appreciate.
Wait, come out. Oh, I got one more. I got one question for y'all. What's the score Thursday game?
Thursday game.
What's the score?
Uncle Mike already said 35-16.
Yeah, he said 35. I'm gonna go.
I think we have a double-digit lead. 10. Nothing crazy.
I think you guys win by 9. I think the Giants cover. Backdoor cover at that.
That's respectable.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I was gonna say 32-23. 32-27 if the Giants look good.
27.
Possibly.
I don't know. That San Francisco defense is kind of crazy. It's up there with Dallas.
Yeah, very stout. I'm definitely not encouraged.
28-20.
Listen, we got to be.
Andrew Thomas playing?
We're unbiased here.
28.
Andrew Thomas playing?
He should. but it's still in the air. It's still in the air as well.
Because if you got to put Bosa on Evan Neal, good luck, Danny Dimes.
Evan Neal is very suspect. I can't lie.
That nigga poop. He is poop.
Oh, Lordy Lord. It's not looking good for Evan Neal.
But all right, my boys. Appreciate y'all having me, of course. I'm going to get up there. I'm going to come up during the week again with my parents.
All right, job. Be good. Be safe. Go ETN. All right. Let's move on to let's go to previews.
Oh man, well we talked about.
Oh wait, Minshew's
for the Colts. Yeah, he's serviceable, so he's not hard.
I mean, he
was cooking last week too.
He can play a little bit.
Yeah, he's a baller. I don't mind Minshew, but we previewed Giants Niners pretty well. Chargers Vikings, if you want to talk about that.
Let's do Chargers Vikings. I mean, we previewed Eagles and Bucks a little bit. I mean, I think that's going to be a very high scoring game.
Yeah, Herbert's not
whatever the over is, just take it.
Yeah,
I don't care if it's 60.
Yo, bro.
Fuck it, take the first half over.
I'm gonna go.
That's how y'all feel.
Keys to the
game. Take the first half over. I bet you that shit smacks.
I don't even know the keys to the game, man. They're both fucking.
Who's gonna stop? Who's gonna stop who? That's the key.
I don't think they stop each other. I just think they're gonna just have a shootout the whole time.
I think so.
Back to back, it's gonna come down to the last 5 minutes of the game.
I think the Vikings are gonna win too.
31-28 Vikes.
I think the Vikings.
Who's guarded Justin?
Jefferson, Derwin, or Jassier?
Jassier.
I'm sorry, man.
That's a tough match.
Chargers and Vikings are the same team. You're right. I mean,
they are.
They have the same type of shit going on. They have a very high-powered offense. The defense stinks. And they don't know how to win close games. They shoot themselves in the foot every time. The Vikings shot themselves in the foot a bunch of times against the Eagles. Chargers shooting themselves in the foot every fourth quarter.
Their defense did play good last week, though. I'll give them that.
They did. They finally made a stop, right? That's what we're looking for in one of these teams. There are a bunch of teams that are just so offensively heavy and don't have defense. I mean, it's bad.
That's just bad for their franchise. The offense puts people in the seats, right? It gets sales, but it doesn't win you championships. At the end of the day, the defense is always going to win you games. The coaching is always going to win you games. The offense
touchdown with 2 minutes to go, down 2 will definitely win you a football game, but some guys just can't.
Yeah, sure. Can't. You know who can't do it? Justin Fields.
No, the Bears are hard.
Yeah, I'll tell you that.
The Bears definitely stink. They're pretty bad. He's probably got until week 8, or else they're going to start looking elsewhere. I would say. I mean, the thing is, they don't even have anybody else. They didn't keep Trubisky around, and I don't know.
They might be tanking. They might be tanking for Caleb Williams for real. I think if anybody's tanking for Caleb, it's the Bears. Or
their schedule's kind of not. It's in their favor.
They stink though.
Yeah,
they just stink.
Listen, you could deflect Herbert's weaknesses onto Justin Fields as much as you want, but
I am because you're wrong sometimes too. Everybody can be wrong sometimes.
We got
we can be wrong sometimes. Justin Fields fucking sucks. Justin Fields actually fucking sucks.
Criticism.
Justin Fields fucking sucks.
Criticism.
What?
Goes under the
Herbert's
radar.
one of the most talked about people from the haters. Oh, the media hypes him up so fucking much. ESPN always does this. But the typical regular fan fucking hates Justin Herbert because of that reason.
Yeah, because he doesn't.
Meanwhile, on the other end of the spectrum, the media was sucking Justin Fields' dick, and so were the fucking fans. Everybody was eating him up. Oh yeah, okay.
Herbert's talked about more than Josh Allen. Let's be real.
That's a fact.
Yeah, he is talked about. But a lot of that talk is hate. Stop saying the talk is positive. It's from y'all. No, I'm not saying from ESPN. I'm saying from niggas like y'all. No. I hear it from all over the place, bro. I hear. Okay, all right. You're gonna tell me where I might. I hear it all the time from regular people how much they hate Justin Herbert. They hate Justin Herbert because ESPN loves him so much.
I just need Trevor Lawrence clears this guy. And I need that to be just respected across the board at this point. Bears might have 2 top 5 picks the next year. They might.
Who do they clear? Who does Trevor Lawrence clear?
Justin Herbert.
Oh yeah, I know that.
I mean, I think that playoff game was proof in the pudding. It's kind of hard to debate for Justin Herbert.
That's a fact.
At this point, Herbert is glorified. Yeah, he's like people are in love with the idea.
He's also hated though.
They love the idea of Justin Herbert and not actually what he does.
He's loved and he's hated.
That's every player, Corey.
He's hated.
That's literally every player.
All right, but you're not gonna sit up here and say that he's not hated because he is.
Bro, you won't even. He didn't score any points. Just like when he lost in the playoffs, he didn't score any points in the fourth.
Okay, that's fine. But you're not gonna sit up here and say he's not good because that's crazy.
Nah,
it's not fine to me.
We just bashed Josh Allen for doing that.
We were comparing Josh Allen and Mac Jones. There were graphics of that, and all of a sudden, like, I can't get behind it. Josh Allen needs to get on the chopping block too. He's declining in play and has had the defenses and Stephon Diggs, and he still doesn't get it done.
All right. What about Joe Burrow? Let's talk about Joe Burrow too while we're at it.
Hey, a lot of these quarterbacks,
a lot of motherfucking quarterbacks are on the decline, in my opinion.
Wow, he was just in the AFC Championship last year.
Who was?
Joe Burrow.
I mean. Yeah, what has he done in the last 2 games? So it's been dog shit. It's been absolute dog shit.
I can't take a 2-game sample size no more.
It's been absolute dog shit. That's what y'all doing with Justin Herbert. You're taking a 2-game sample size.
This is from last year too in the playoffs.
Okay,
bro.
3-game sample size. So the wild card game, in these first 2 games. No, literally a 3-game sample size. You fuckers are doing. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. 3-game sample size. Fuck out of here. 3-game sample size. I want to fucking hear it. Yada yada.
I'm about to pull up the 2022 Chargers. I know for a fact,
bro, look, because like because that's what you got to really dig, really go hard. I really don't care about the subject so much. Y'all niggas love to talk about Justin Herbert, bro. I am a Herbert fan, but y'all hating on Herbert twice as much to the point where you niggas keep on talking about it, keep on bringing it up. Oh, I know since he couldn't score with 2 down. He said that fucking 5 times when the conversation's been over already. Y'all niggas love Justin Herbert, bro. Get over it. Y'all niggas love Justin Herbert just like you love the Giants. You love them niggas, bro.
Let me talk.
You love them niggas, bro.
You acting too emotional right now.
No.
Yo, you denounced your fandom for the Giants for Justin Herbert last year. Don't act like I did.
No, I didn't, bro. It was a fucking one little ass joke that I had, bro. I had one little joke, and niggas screenshotted it and sent it to the world. I'm a Bulls fan. So what, bro? Gives a fuck.
I got the Dolphins.
This nigga wore a Devontae Smith shirt 2 fucking weeks ago, and then wore a Justin Fields shirt 2 weeks before that. I don't want to fucking hear none of that shit. Denouncing my fanship. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. I am a Giants fan. I always said I'm
not a Giants fan no more. I'm a Chargers fan.
Pull it up. Pull up where I said I'm not a Giants fan.
Will Salas, I know you're on live. You know you can send it to me. Just send it to me, bro.
So I got when the Chargers dropped the game to the Dolphins on September 10th last season.
36. Week 2 of last year. Okay, come on.
That's what we're talking about this year too. Week 2 of last year.
Yeah,
literally last year.
I have
a year ago.
The 49ers beating them 22-16. Another 1-possession game.
So like cool. All right. He can't win a clutch game. That like all right.
I need it. I need that.
That's not good.
That's fine, bro. He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Living on the West Coast, people either like Herbert or they're iffy about him. I never hear hate from him around.
Exactly. Corey just be making shit up because
I hear it a lot. I hear it a lot.
3 people that hate Herbert, so everybody hates
Herbert. I hear it a lot.
Because we remind them every day that he sucks.
I hear it a lot. Yeah, okay. You think he sucks, but like I said,
he hasn't won a playoff game.
Number 1 in passing yards right now so far. So we'll see.
Dak also did that before too. Dak used to do that all the time.
Yeah, he sure did.
He barely won playoff game. Yes, too.
Yeah. I mean, that's a very comparable player. I feel like Dak
and Dak's fucking
early
mid.
Dak.
So Dak is mid, right? Herbert. You call Dak
now
mid, right?
He is.
Now he is.
Yeah.
Before he wasn't.
Yeah. He used to be very good. And if y'all don't think he was, you're fucking drunk. Honestly.
Yeah, man.
You're drunk.
Regular season. Good shit, bro. Regular season.
You're drunk if you didn't think he was good at one point. You're drunk.
The regular season.
All I'm saying is I'm getting James Harden vibes for Justin Herbert. That's what I'm ending on.
That's cool.
That's cool, my thing.
That's cool. That's fine. Right there. You can give him that. James Harden was MVP. James Harden makes the playoffs every year.
Accolades? Ew.
That's cool. Right. I mean, we're talking about individual players right now, are we not?
Never get an MVP.
Okay.
He'll never get an MVP because he doesn't clutch up in the fourth. That's part of being an MVP.
Fine.
All right.
That's fine.
Let's pick a side here because we're going to be wrapping up sooner than later. So Here we go. I got a good question for you guys. I know we got some split.
Herbert
this,
versus
Look, see, I'm not even talking about this nigga, bro. Hey, y'all keep bringing him up, bro. Get off his dick. Oh my god.
This nigga's upset.
Pick a side. Yeah. Nick Bosa or Micah Parsons? Who would you rather have as your defensive anchor?
Realistically,
this is so tough to me.
Michael Parsons. If we want to be realistic and I want to be fair, I'll take Michael Parsons a lot. That's not an edge dude. Nick Bosa is him.
But Nick Bosa's
Nick Bosa is him.
Nick Bosa is disgusting.
I'm going Michael Parsons just because he, like as I said, he's more versatile. He can come off the edge. He could be out in space. He's faster than Bosa.
Our original discussion was Watt. Or do we want to do start bench cut? I mean, no. Start bench cut, Micah, Bosa, and TJ Watt.
I'm cutting Bosa.
Idiot.
I'm cutting Watt.
I'm just talking about prime when 100% healthy, 100% healthy.
Bro, these dudes, Michael Parsons,
line up, bro. They're lining
Michael
up next
Parsons,
week
Nick
for
Bosa
week
been in
3.
the league 4 years.
Lining up week 3.
This other dude's been in the
lining
league
up week
long?
3. Lining up week 3. I'm cutting Bosa. That's all I'm saying. Now, obviously, if I had to pick a player for my franchise, I'm taking Bosa over Watt because Watt gets hurt too much. Bosa gets fucking hurt too. So I mean,
Bosa's only hurt 1 year.
Yeah. All right. I'm starting. I guess I got to start Micah because right now, hey, I said it 2 weeks ago. He's my defensive player of the year pick, and that's looking real good right now. Micah, Bosa, Cut, and Watt. I said it as well. I think this is the model that we're going with here.
Yeah, I'm just swapping Cut, Watt, and Bosa. That's it. But it looks about right though. You can't be wrong. With as long as you start Micah, you can't be wrong, in my opinion.
Fair point. Ed?
Same with you.
Same as this one right here. All right. Start Micah, bench Watt, cut Bosa. Double R agrees.
Yeah, we cut the defensive player of the year now.
Is Jalen Carter overrated?
No.
I don't want to say he's overrated, but he's still. It's only his second NFL game. He's gonna find his stride. Let him play a team with a bad O-line like the Giants, and I'm sure he'll have like 2 or 3 sacks that game, and it'll be like a coming of age game for him because that's just how it always works with these guys. As soon as they play the Giants division game, especially if it'll be prime time, you could book a Jalen Carter sack. That's for sure. That is for sure. But all right, anything else you guys want to touch on before we skate out of here? If we want to actually talk about Colorado real quick, man, what a game. Overtime thriller they came out with, despite Travis Hunter's injury and despite Shedeur not necessarily looking all that great this game. How do we feel about Colorado? And they are currently 25-point underdogs to Oregon this week. They are.
I just wish Hunter was healthy.
Even if they had Hunter,
I think if Hunter was healthy, I promise you, it wouldn't be no fucking blowout. It wouldn't. It would be a close game. This is what we said about TCU, bro. TCU went to the fucking championship last year, bro. What?
Bro.
Okay, Ed. This is what we said about. This is what most people said about TCU versus Colorado. Oh, they're gonna get fucking smoked. Mind you, Colorado was how much? A 24-point underdog against motherfucking TCU. So and what is they against Oregon? Oh, 24 points. So, like, I'm not going to sit up here and count out Colorado. I'm not. TCU was better than Oregon. TCU went to the fucking national championship last year. What the fuck are you talking about? Come on. Stop playing.
This guy for real.
I don't. That's really tough. I mean, I think Bo Nix is about to go bananas this weekend. I can't lie. He's about to go the fuck off, and I think he's probably better than anybody TCU had last season. I think they just kind of had a Cinderella run, and
TCU they lost players, but I mean Oregon. We'll see. I still like Colorado to cover. I definitely like Colorado to cover, bare minimum. Now they were humbled a little bit last week. I'll tell you that much. They got fucking humbled. They got a taste of reality against Colorado State. The game shouldn't have been that close.
It's a rivalry game. That's
sure.
Their history, literally their history.
Cool, but it's Colorado State at the end of the day.
Yeah,
And
you're supposed to smack State.
Colorado's always sucked though. So Prime What are you talking about?
yeah, Colorado, right, exactly. But it's never sweet with playing with Colorado. It's always going to be a great game, whether Colorado is severely undermanned compared to talent than Oregon. The bright lights will be on. It will be the most viewed college football game in history because they break records every single week. I promise you that they're going to make sure it's a good game. It'll be a good game. And I wouldn't be surprised.
What's your prediction, man?
I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I just think it's going to be close. I don't know who's going to win.
Oregon's just been blowing teams out by like 75 the last 2 weeks. Well, 3 weeks, whatever.
That's usually how college football goes, yeah. They usually play a bunch of fucking bums in the fucking first 3 weeks, yeah. That's usually how it goes.
I think they cover just because Travis Hunter's out too. Like, he's their whole defense. And I think the defensive morale, especially for college kids, they're going to be kind of out of it. And I think Oregon's just going to punish them.
I mean, yeah, Travis Hunter is a huge loss. Don't get me wrong. But Colorado was still giving up 40 points a game with Travis Hunter on the field.
Well, yeah, now you're playing the best team that you faced thus far. So it's going to be...
No, I agree with that. So I still think Edwards is still a beast. I still think Sanders is a beast. And I still think they have somewhat of a chance.
Ed? Final score prediction?
Sorry, I think these are one of the 2 games they lose. They're going to lose to USC and they're going to lose to Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
I'm excited to see what they do.
And Oregon's going to cover. I don't know.
43-28 Oregon? Fair.
Yeah. It's not going to be close. Yeah.
I say 35-28. I guess Oregon.
No, but here's the thing, Corey. Colorado couldn't even stop Colorado State's offense.
Yeah.
So what do you think Oregon's going to do?
No, it's going to be a high-scoring game. I'm not saying it's not going to like 35-30 isn't a bad game. Like, that's a high-scoring game in my opinion. But
no,
college,
I'm talking about a high-scoring game where the other team doesn't even score over 14 points.
Colorado will score more than 14 points.
I think they put up 21-27, but I can't see more than that. I think Oregon's going to put up 43-50.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not going to be it's not going to be like, oh.
I just don't think it's going to be a huge blowout. I just don't think.
Does everyone take them seriously, or if they win, or if they win, that's going to be massive. That will be a massive.
They should get bumped up to like top 10.
That'll be
easily
shifting.
Yeah,
in the
that will shift the
scene.
whole fucking.
I just made the mistake of rooting out Colorado of game 1. You can ask John. I was like, I can't see it. They only won 1 game last year, yada yada yada. And then I seen what I seen. All right,
they're talented.
They got fucking talent, man. It's not like they don't got no talent on that field. They got talent on that field, man. Yeah, they do. I'm not a huge Pac-12 guy. I mean, is it Pac-10? I meant Pac-10. Pac-12. Yeah, I'm not a huge Pac guy. I'm not a big Pac guy. I'm not a huge believer in USC either.
Yeah, but Oregon's always been crazy though. It's not like they ever been.
They were crazy when
Mariota was there.
When they had Mariota, when they had
even their down years. They were
who was the fast ass running back that they had?
Number 7.
White, I want to say. He was a dog. But like I've never seen Oregon really like they had really good teams before, but like not like Alabama status or Clemson status or even old USC status. You know what I'm saying? They just
they don't play the same.
Exactly. They don't play the same talent in my opinion. So like I'm not a huge Pac-12 believer. So I feel like Colorado could make some noise in the Pac-12.
But in their Pac-12 though, like I'm a Pac-12 fan. I used to be a Stanford fan when McCaffrey was there.
Right.
But Pac-12 in that division, they're fucking nuts. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're like how Alabama is in the set. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why I'm saying that. I can see them being USC. I just don't see them being.
The defense of Oregon is just
it's kind of crazy.
They're massive. Like that's where the shift comes for me is like Colorado has some more normal looking human beings. When you go to a team like Oregon, these massive schools, like Ed said, they're like the Bama of the Pac-12. So they have some literal. I mean, who was the guy a few years ago that everyone was obsessing over? linebacker. Yeah. On the false allegations or whatever.
Like a Nigerian dude. He was
nuts.
He was like 6'8".
Yeah, the meme of him was going around.
Yeah. No, that was Oregon?
Yeah.
It was Baylor.
Oh, was it?
That was Baylor. Yeah.
Oh, you might be right. Yeah, I just remember the green and gold.
The big fucking huge guy, fucking muscle head. Yeah, that was Baylor. I mean, Kayvon
Sean Oakman?
Thibodeau was from Oregon. I did like that.
Yeah. But nonetheless, I think that's going to wrap us up for today. Appreciate everybody for coming out. Shout out to I almost called him Corey from My Movies Plus. We appreciate you coming out, spreading the love. Double R for calling in, Jock Hal for calling in, of course, Uncle Micah for calling in. We appreciate everybody. Shout out American Dream one last time. Thank you everybody for coming out. We're going to be obviously back next Tuesday, 7 p.m. doing the same, previewing week 4 and recapping week 3. So good luck to everybody in your bets and your fantasy dubs this coming up weekend. And yeah, we will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Nice.